Energy Up is really working to get the school to support you guys to be healthy. We work with you to make you aware because sugar is a drug. Sugar is nasty. Sugar breaks your face out. Sugar, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, off the hook, ladies, okay? My favorite ones to always talk about are things like vitamin water, because you look at vitamin water and you go, oh, this must be healthy. But when you look on a label of vitamin water, there's almost, for how many of you, there's almost 3 servings in here. Now, when you buy a bottle of soda, how many of you look at this as 3 servings? How many of you look at this as 1 serving? Me, all of us, come on. I mean, very few people drink 1/3 of this, put it down, the next day drink another third. I mean, come on, that's not real. The sugar grams in here, ladies, there's almost like 40 grams of sugar in here. I mean, this is a candy bar. For the entire bottle. The point of Sugar Shot, and we'll really do it hands-on next week, is to show you all of these different sodas and different drinks. Basically, it's just sugar in a bottle, period. And then I'm walking down the hall here, and I see half the girls out there, and a lot of them weren't Energy Up girls, walking down the aisle with this. And I'm like, what's that? The 7th graders were told to campaign while they're selling their candy, and campaigning meant walking around eating one, so that the other girls would see them eating one, and of course the other girls would want one. Because most of us, until you really wake up to what's going on, are addicted to sugar. So basically, Energy Up was doing an activity today on Sugar Shot, and I walked into like a sugar nightmare. Our bodies, our brains can't handle sugar. That's what's going on. That's why so many people, half the people, honey, that have depression issues, they're out of control, or they're horribly depressed. It's called sugar blues. There's a name for it. A lot of people, when they eat sugar, they get horribly depressed. They can even be suicidal and beating ourselves up. There's so much brain chemistry that goes on over this sugar. The food industry came up with a combination that they put into all these different foods. It's a combination. It's a certain formula their scientists came up with. Sugar, salt, and a certain kind of fat that they put into processed foods, because they know that for millions of years, see, I have this issue. I was a sugar addict. I was a food addict. That's why I get so passionate about this. That for millions of us, when we eat those things, we can't control ourselves. It makes you want to eat more. Does that happen to any of you with anything? That if you start eating it, all of a sudden you can't stop. You feel like an idiot. Like, what's wrong with me? I'm such a loser. Anybody? That's me. A few of you are raising your hands. A lot of us are raising our hands. Ladies, Energy Up is here to tell you, you are not losers. There is not something wrong with you. You're not out of control. It's not because you don't have any willpower. That's simply your brain chemistry. So you have 3 different forms of sugar in here. Again, sugar in a bag, drugs in a bag, and you guys are asked to sell this. Now, if you are interested in Energy Up and you're coming to Energy Up, obviously you might be of the mind of saying, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to eat that way. A few of the girls came up to me and they were really upset. They said, Voltage, you know, I have to sell these, but I don't want to sell these. And you really felt like something was horribly wrong, and that's a terrible position for you guys to be put into. Look, what are some ideas? What do you think we can do about this? Powerful industry we're up against. But that's why you got to take a powerful stand. What I think is going to probably happen on this particular situation, we did the math, right? I'm pretty sure that Energy Up is going to buy all of it. And I'm going to throw it away. So next, Energy Up, us personally, will pay the money to make sure you guys can go on your trip. And then, as a group and as a team, we're going to figure out how to stand up for this. Are you guys, do you think that's cool? Yeah!